What's going on, second place? Happy Monday to you. This is a week that is actually going to be a lot slower for the folks around second place and the second place family. Like we've talked about this past weekend and experienced ourselves, the last 2 weeks have been quite busy. But this week, now it's all about living it out. It's really the essence of why we started second place was to learn how to live out a lifestyle of faith 7 days a week. And so, my prayer for you this week is that you would take what you've learned, take what you've experienced, dig in a little Matthew 5 if you need to, and just allow God to work in and through you. And when you don't know what to do, lean into the Holy Spirit and just ask for direction. And if you need to, reach out to your second place family for any support that you need as well. Such a great weekend. We had dedications, we had Love Moni, we had two great services, and then online as well. And maybe just going off of that thought from last week, which is this idea of maybe you're looking ahead to this week and not exactly sure how it's going to go. I want to encourage you with Romans 8:31 and 32. And it says this: what then shall we say in response to these things? And if you want to know what he's talking about, you can read prior to this. But here's the phrase: if God is for us, who can be against us? If God is for us, who can be against us? So you may feel some opposition this week, or maybe you think you're going to be heading into some opposition this week. You may have some really difficult situations that you have to deal with this week. But my prayer and my hope is that you would have a sense that you actually have an advantage, and that is that God is for you. And not only that, but in verse 32 he says, he who did not spare his own son, but gave him up for us all, how will he not also, along with him, graciously give us all things? And so that is the promise. That is the word to live by this week. We know that God will provide because he didn't even spare his own son. So will he not, in addition to Jesus, graciously give us all the things that we need? And so I'm praying for you this week. And honestly, this is where second place, this is where we all put it together. We've learned, we've served, we've dug into all kinds of stuff. And now we've got we've got a week where there's, not a lot on the calendar. There's students on Wednesday night, and we've got services this coming weekend. But it's now time for us in each one of the pockets that we live in, whether we're, working with our family in the home, or whether we are working outside, or, at our jobs, or whether we are tackling a new project. All of those things. That's where the work is done. And so praying for you this week. And if you have a moment and you want to reply and tell me about a project that you're excited that you're working on, I would love to hear that. We've been kind of like highlighting a lot of projects that Second Place has been doing. But what is a project that you're working on that really is exciting? Might be maybe on the personal side, a passion project that you're working on. And for those of you that were at the Leadership Summit, you know that question was a suggestion that you can ask somebody to get to know what's going on in their life. And so, if you have a moment to reply, I'd love to hear you. Otherwise, guys, I am praying for you, and have a great, great week, and we will talk to you next time. See ya.